Okay, here we go, you two. Time for it's the first qualifying podcast in a long time, and I'm joined by Sarah.
Hello, hello.
And Stephen,
Hola.
who's waving behind the picture of the Circuit of the Americas.
Yes. I am now C.O.T.A.
I'm not going to comment on that. I was all ready to come into the podcast with loads of sentiment of what's been going on in the news with regards to the cost cap, Red Bull, and various driver contracts and all, and penalties for the race this weekend. And we've been told, just as Sky F1 went live, that Dietrich Mateschitz has passed away. So it's a bit sombering.
Yeah. I think everything about the cost cap that all goes out the window this weekend. Yeah. Croft's just mentioning everything he achieved and a hell of a lot, not just in F1 but football as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's Red Bull itself is an utter monster in all of its assets and deals and everything like that.
Legacies and all the rest of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a Kulius and a Pedro in the chat straight away. So hi, you two.
Hello.
Any thoughts from you, Sarah, on old Dietrichs and all that?
Yeah, I think it's like they're saying, it's very sad that obviously it was announced just before qualifying, so maybe the drivers and the teams will be feeling it a little bit more before they go out in the cars. But yeah, sad. I guess not what we expected to hear before qualifying today.
Absolutely, that.
Thoughts with his family.
Still, I think it's worth we move on to the actual action on track. And that is a gigantic flag, and that is not CGI. Good God. Only Americans.
I remember I saw that through
No.
Yeah. Yeah, saw that in the practice. I mean, first of all, I had to think myself, why is that flag there? Then I remembered Texas. But I was like, that flag is huge. They don't do things by half, do they, Americans? They always like going bigger and better, and fair play to them.
If you ever go to America, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
That is.
I've never been, but I know people who have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're like.
Have we seen the new helmets for this weekend?
No, but I'm betting there's a lot.
Yeah.
I've just seen Danny Rex.
Yeah, and Gasly's. Joe's gone for a new one as well. You got Esteban that's gone for Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, you got Danny Rick. Can't remember exactly what's on Danny Rick's, but it looks quite nice.
Is his a lion? I think looks like a lion. And of course you have the Haas suit.
I think it might be a wildcat.
Maybe, probably is. Yeah, the Haas suits are just chef kiss. They are so good.
Oh yeah, Mick Schumacher's one has got his sister on a horse on the side of it, which is quite nice.
So who's most at home at this? I'm not going to say track, I'm going to say venue. I've got in mind who I think that is. Who most likes the American life around here? Out of the drivers.
I mean, I'd think Danny Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Danny. I feel like Seb would quite enjoy it.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, it's all.
I don't know if Seb would enjoy the the atmosphere, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot that Texas could improve on.
yeah.
Yes.
But I think you might like the track. But like Danny Rick embodies the whole like American culture.
Oh.
Yeah, he is a walking American. He's a bit like a taller, more talented Richard Hammond.
Yes.
True.
But all right, on the flip side, who's best around this track?
Don't quite know.
Jensen Button was quite categorical who he said was best around here. If you heard it,
I don't recall.
he said he couldn't get anywhere near Hamilton on this course. It's just his driving style around here.
I feel like this probably suits a somewhat more aggressive style.
Yeah, that's exactly what Button said. And
Oh,
but
came out
yeah,
Why
of
was
it, so-
Magnussen in neutral for so long?
yeah, you
Was
noticed that
an
too.
area in the... Yeah, was that an area in the thing? Because it looked like he was in neutral for so long.
Yeah,
Just posting around that corner.
that was an error. It was K-Mag going round what 10, 12, whatever it was, in neutral for about 10 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was like, I don't feel that's very good for the car if that is the case.
Now, that is an oopsie moment. I think that's why they've taken it away now.
Mick P1, stop the count.
Interesting. I'm going to start catching up with the chat a little bit more. But so first off, hello Pedro, hello Koulios. And the one that caught my eye was Koulios saying, "I'm currently a bit high on caffeine. Turkish Coca-Cola has a lot more caffeine than English Coca-Cola." Where did you get that? Don't say Turkey. That seems like a very odd thing to have lying around.
Yeah, very specific as well.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to the shops to buy Turkish Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was going to say, if it was French, it'd be La Coca-Cola, but you get the idea.
La Coca-Cola.
Oh, that was an accent. I'm not sure which one, but it was
Yeah,
an
neither
accent.
yeah,
There's an,
I
ac-
don't know what
there's an
accent.
accent in there somewhere.
I think it was a little bit of French, a little bit of Spanish. A little bit of everything.
See.
Oui.
Coca-Cola.
That was a bit
Not quite
Italian.
in Italy. Because Italy's been and gone.
Moving the chat away from the 225 milligrams of caffeine. Who's being knocked out in Q1? Anyone going to bet against 2 Williams, 2 Haas, and an Aston Martin?
Yes.
Oh, are you?
Yes. Yeah.
Who are you
I'm
suggesting
gonna
them?
Let's hear it.
say Latifi Albon,
Sure.
Bottas,
Ooh.
Oh.
Sonoda, and Vettel.
Oh, come on, man. Like, they're totally...
Not either of the Haas. That's interesting.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, Hazard... Well, their
Ooh.
position right now is pretty good.
Well, that Haas
Even though
position was in the
yeah, I was
way.
gonna say,
Oh.
Holy traffic.
Oh, I hate this already.
Yeah. Very busy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd agree with the 2 Williams.
Yeah.
I think either probably one AlphaTauri. I'm not sure who. Because Gasly is struggling with that car, but Sonoda's like some tracks he can switch on and get out of the top, like the bottom 5, and some he just can't.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick between the 2 of them.
Mhm.
I'd agree maybe Bottas, maybe.
Seb may have been done a bit harshly. I don't know. I feel like that's going to.
I mean, I'd like Seb to get out of Q1, but that Aston Martin does prove to be a difficult car.
A bit of a dog.
Stroll ahead of Lando, those already make me regret that choice.
It's only run one, though. It's only run one.
I mean, yeah, but... Oh, hello, Lewis.
Yeah, I was watching the Mercedes go through the triple right-hander, and it was bottoming me out quite badly. It's only going to get worse with heavy fuel tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because didn't they have to take away some of the upgrades that they were going to make this week?
I don't know, actually.
I think it was something to do with the front wing. I saw on TikTok, I believe. Some like the space dividers you see on some of the cars that keep the gap between the wings.
Oh yeah,
Mercedes wanted to add more, but like shape them so that it would streamline the air outwards to the side of the car, and then it would work with their new like side pod development.
Interesting.
It would kind of like make the car a little bit more streamlined. But I don't know if they did it or not, because I heard there was rumor that they didn't know if it was 100% like with the regulations, if they could or not.
Yeah, we picked up on that house being in the way. This time of year, sort of the development turns to parts just R&D for next year.
Yeah.
I mean, Mercedes at this point, they might as well do what they want. If Red Bull are just going to get a slap on the wrist, and Toto don't mind overspending and get another slap on the wrist as well, just do it.
Yeah.
So the FIA are just like long in the decision of the cost cap, which is annoying now. Like,
yes, I think we all agree with that.
They just need to make a decision.
Yes.
I did see that supposedly, as part of this thing that the FIA can offer as a solution to Red Bull, was less wind tunnel time. Now that's all well and good.
Yeah, but if they already got a fast car,
but
like
it was how much wind tunnel time that they were proposing that Red Bull were not happy with. Also, very enthusiastic fans.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Very. Well, it's America. They're going to show the fans more than the cars sometimes.
Yeah. The FIA proposed 25% less wind tunnel time.
But when you start ahead, it's not.
Pluto's probably like, might as well just overspend then.
Yeah.
Get that Mercedes back up there.
Which Red Bull has supposedly gotten. I'm not surprised. Hell no.
I mean, if I was Red Bull, I'd take that. I would take
25%.
But they've still got 75%.
Yeah, but are you aware?
And they've still got. Yeah, but they still got a very fast car, and they're still. If they get away with the title, they keep the title. They still got 2 winning titles with a fast car going into next year.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we saw what happened with Mercedes, how dominant they were. Well, I say dominant, they'd still lost last season.
Yeah, but... so but that punishment is a slap on the wrist. Like, it's not the worst that they could have done. Like, the decision they could have chose. They've gone lightly.
They could still lose a lot.
I personally think this could be a conversation which we go over for an hour.
Yes.
Quite easily. I think it's tricky. It's tricky because if you look at the history of F1, McLaren got a $100 million fine for having technical data of Ferrari, which they never used, which was never proven it was used, and they were chucked out of the championship and given a $100 million fine. So, if you say Red Bull have broken the cost cap, that's unfair. The only problem is I heard in a bit of news today is that the FIA did change the rules post declaration of all the finances. So Red Bull will have an argument of that you did meet the criteria. So no matter what happens, we have to wait for the result, I think. Because otherwise we can talk about this for an hour easily.
Yeah.
So the one thing I want to talk about is actually qualifying this time, because we always get sidetracked on a really different topic to what's going on the screen. I mean, it shows passion from all three of us. But the only other thing we've got to now state is that half the drivers on here have penalties again.
Yeah.
Alonso,
Leclerc, Perez. Just someone else has.
well, Leclerc has 10 places penalty.
Yes. Leclerc's 10, Alonso and Perez are 5.
And Joe.
I can't think of any other. Oh, Joe got one as well. I didn't realise.
Yeah. Pedro says, by the way, what are your thoughts on Logan Sargent being confirmed as Williams' second driver for next season if he gets the super license points required?
I'm assuming he will, considering they're going to have him in 2 more FP1 sessions and a young driver test. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get the points.
Be embarrassing if he didn't.
Yeah. We know that system's flawed anyway, based on the whole IndyCar situation with C.O.T.A and co. But yeah, I'd be very surprised if he does not get enough points.
We're not saying that F1's too political, are we? When it comes to the driver market this year, I've gone what will be, will be. There's been so much silly shenanigans going on. People being forced out of contracts, changing teams, coming out of retirement, coming from different formula, being denied licenses. It's just like, what works out will work out at the end of the day at this point.
Basically, what we've learned from this silly season is just blame Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
And Vettel.
Yep.
For just retiring out of nowhere.
Yep.
Ooh.
And the only thing I've learned from on track this season is watch out for where Latifi is, because Latifi things happen.
Latifi ends up where he wants.
Yeah. I will say one thing on the cost cap, because Pedro had mentioned the way the FIA will solve this issue will be set a precedent for future occasions. And the reason why Toto come out and said, okay, I'll overspend next year, I think was not actually him wanting to overspend. It's him to ensure, ensure a penalty happens. Because if they all say they'll just overspend, then they have to set a precedent. So, ooh, it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, they can't treat one person one way and then someone else that does the same another way.
For the next year. Yeah.
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 Just trying to call the FIA's bluff, basically.
Yeah. A very expensive game of poker.
Yes.
And it was nice to see Jamie Chadwick. Is she still a test driver for Williams?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Is she now double or triple W Series champion?
Triple.
And how many seasons have they had?
3.
Is it? I don't know why I had it in my head that it's 4.
I think they missed one with COVID.
Possibly, yeah. No, I don't like dominance. Shut up. That's what will happen. There'll be something. It'll be one of the F1 fans that complain about the Lewis fans. I don't like dominance. Who cares?
Okay, so with a minute to go, we've got Tsunoda, Albon, Ricciardo, Magnussen, and Zhou in the bottom 5.
Oh, not Ricciardo. Please, not Ricciardo here.
He needs to yeehaw his way out of that bottom 5.
He needs an extra couple of ponies.
He's done a green lap compared to the Latifi, so
I mean, let's be honest. It's Latifi.
yeah, but obviously all Tsunoda is as well, so I don't know. Depends where everyone else places, but like you say, I want Ricciardo to get out the top, at the bottom 5 here. I think
he's got to be top 10, Ricciardo, to have any sort of sense of pride.
Or enjoyment, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's down. He's down on Latifi.
No.
Well, as long as he's starting a lap in the next 14 seconds, he's fine.
Tsunoda through, I guess.
No, this is going to be his final run.
On a quick side note, Pedro was saying that F1 were discussing the potential of creating a all-women series F1.
I did see that.
Is that not just what the W Series currently is?
I would imagine with
Yes
faster
and no.
cars.
Yeah. Oh, Ricardo's
He's
just got in.
in. He's in.
Norris.
So the one thing I'm not sure on is single gender series. I'm not sure I like it.
Oh.
Yeah,
let's
no,
not
I
touch
agree
that.
with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Oh, Norris.
Ocon's in trouble. I don't think
Norris
Zhou's
is
getting
through.
out.
Ricardo's going to go, I'm afraid. Because Zhou's on he's got to be on the lap, isn't he?
I don't know. He is a yellow.
He's
in second.
down, yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Ricardo's out. Oh, crap.
Is Albon going to get out? Yes. Maybe?
Maybe just.
Is Latifi going to knock out Albon?
You better not.
Or did we see that Nicholas Latifi is signed for IndyCar next year?
I could see that.
Have they?
I could see that.
He's signed for IndyCar next year, so
he
he will be
has?
racing.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, that's the thing, though, with Latifi. He does have skill. He's just not up to the same calibre as the rest of the drivers. And I'm not calling Indy a F1 reject thing, because it's not. Some series suit some drivers better than others.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have decimated the F2 championship if he was not very good.
Yeah.
Wait, who is?
Lewis Hamilton's getting a lap time deleted.
Well, it's not going to drop him lower than 15th, is it?
No.
Probably not. Danny Rick! Why?
Rick Bobby.
That's literally the only one we wanted not to be out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I still think all drivers, if they have a penalty going into qualifying, should carry that 5-place penalty through each session.
Yeah, I still agree with that.
We are past the sort of the official water's edge. So, did he just say "oh shit"?
I don't know.
No idea. I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
All we can hope is he has a good race tomorrow and make some places up.
I mean, they would have apologised, so if he did. And there was nothing bleeped out, to my knowledge.
Do we reckon Schumacher's getting a seat next year?
Who is Mick?
Mick.
Yeah.
The rumour I heard via a friend is that Danny Rick has been offered Haas, and also Hulkenberg
Yeah, but
is there too.
Haas has said, Danny Rick has said no to Haas. He said it in the interview. He said he's focusing on next year. It sounds like he's going to be a reserve driver for one of the other teams. Because he said for 2024 he wants to be at the front again and fighting for wins. So I can only assume it's one of the big.
Can only
big
really
boys.
be Merc or Ferrari, can't it?
Yeah. But yeah. He's kind of rejected.
Red Bull.
Perez. What's his contract situation?
It's
How long did he re-sign for?
Yeah, 1 year.
Yeah, it's just a year.
I'm pretty sure. What, did he only get a 1-year extension?
Yeah. I think so.
Just depends if Horner wants him back, isn't it?
I was going to say Red Bull making a long contract for their second driver. What?
Ah. Okay.
The first doormat, you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, Perez. I mean, he hasn't been a doormat, but some of the other ones have.
No, yeah.
Gasly.
Did not.
Albon. Kvyat. Oh, shit.
Perez did not sign a 1-year extension. It was 2.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. So his contract until the end of 2024.
Oh, so he's had 2 1-year extensions and then 2-year extension.
Yes.
Two 1-year contracts and then right.
It's got to be Merc then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then is Hamilton ready to retire? I don't know.
Well, I heard again in an interview with Toto Wolff, and he very outwardly said he had a frank conversation with Lewis. And allegedly, again from Toto, he said, well, I've got another 5 years in me, which would only put Hamilton's age at 1 year older than Alonso is now. So,
Yeah, and I think Hamilton must go. Alonso can do it. I can probably do it.
yeah. And the way Alonso is driving, it's like he isn't any older.
No.
So, I think it's not so much the physical shape, it's the mental sharpness of a lot of these people. And we saw
Yeah,
with
definitely.
Michael coming back, Schumacher that is, he wasn't the same driver. He had a couple of 3 years out, but he didn't do anything in those 2-3 years, whereas Alonso was racing the entire time.
Yeah.
So, do you know what? I could honestly see Lewis carrying on to nearly 20, 27, 28, if he wanted to.
I don't agree.
It would be interesting, but we'll find out.
I
Because
think
apparently, I saw that it wasn't there something today that said like he kind of understood that this year he'd be on the back foot, so he was getting to know the team more. Because usually he's one that he wants to know the car more than the team. But this year he's kind of stepped away from the car and got to know the team around him and properly.
And also,
In the hope that next year that they kind of boost him back up to the top.
also hello to Jay Minslet in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. And just catching up with the chat again. Danny wouldn't be saying what he said if he wasn't so confident about what was going to happen next. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of information that we don't have yet. And silly season is not over, it would seem. Although, what is over is the wait for Q2. Did you see that segue there?
I did.
Yeah, I've been watching their LTT. Can you tell?
I saw that Haas was going to make an announcement, but then they announced the sponsor, didn't they? The new sponsor.
Oh, do tell. I haven't seen this.
Can't remember what exactly it's for.
it's a new sponsor for next season.
Yeah, can't remember exactly what the sponsor was, but
Let me have a look.
it was quite a big one for them, I think.
Can't do a little bit of scrolling.
I think everyone thought that they're going to make a driver announcement, and they just went, "Yeah, we've got 2 new title sponsors for next year." Boom.
Ted Kravitz is saying that Danny's having some brake troubles. We've known that for 2 years.
Yeah.
Apparently, he has closed on a reserve driver deal. As Ted is telling us.
I wonder when he can announce what team.
Yeah, I think it's got to be
It's
Mercedes
got to be,
with
yeah.
Nick de Vries.
It's got to be.
But I still think that is odd. Nick de Vries going to AlphaTauri and then Gasly going to Alpine. Why did they do that? I mean, that doesn't make any sense, does it? I mean,
no.
I would have said the other way around made a lot more sense. Even then, Nick de Vries has like driven like every car on the grid this year.
Yeah, very loyal to Mercedes and just went, yeah, bye, switching teams to you.
Yeah. Well, you got to say though, from Nick de Vries, what was it, Monza, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did have a very good showing.
Yeah. If you're gonna have one chance in a car, damn, he had a good showing.
Yeah.
They got more points than Latifi.
In his debut, yeah.
I know.
That's just something.
I know. I mean,
I
Jimenez
mean,
says,
yeah, with Danny Rick, it's got to be Mercedes, but again, for 2024, I don't know how that's going to set him up if they're going to stay with Russell and Hamilton.
yeah.
So I've finally found Haas's new sponsor for next season and beyond, MoneyGram, who are who are they? I haven't really
And they sound some like, I don't know, trading.
money transfer company.
Yeah.
Based in the States, of course.
Mm-hmm. Hence the doing it here.
Headquarters in Dallas, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for them. Because obviously they've decided not to develop the car until next year.
Mm. And Pedro, thank you for answering the question. You got to me before I did. Yeah, Jim Insler, we're doing a watch along. Essentially, we're chatting our views over the top of the commentary and what's going on in front of us. May not be official or official content or the best content in the world, but we enjoy it. That's all that matters.
Yes.
And I hope you guys
obviously
do.
we can't show you the official feed because of copyright stuff. So we watch it and we hope that you watch it at the same sort of time, so we can all kind of react together, give our thoughts like in the chat and stuff. It's kind of like we're all watching the F1 together, just sharing thoughts and having a bit of fun, having laughs here and there.
Yeah.
And obviously, we do it again tomorrow for the race as well. Whenever we can, we do qualifying and the race.
It is true.
Unless your name's Japan, in which case your horrible time zones suck.
Yep. I mean, we did it. We did do it.
Yeah, that we did. We got up for that, and then you carried on being a part of it while you were driving the Brands Hatch, which was quite
and then I just got disconnected on the last lap. That was
that
so
was bad luck.
sad.
You only missed one
that's a bit
thing,
about right.
which defined the championship in the end. But never mind.
Yeah. I was awake for that, despite being quite ill.
Yeah, I think the only race we've missed is Australia.
Which, we'll be honest, we couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it next year, but this year I took one look at it and went,
No, thanks. I'm good. But yeah, can't show the official feed because midnight will get 360 no scoped off Twitch.
Do you know what? I haven't heard that before, but I know exactly what you mean by it, and that is a great analogy.
Yeah.
I mean, although I have seen some people live stream like the after show, and then they stream it on YouTube. Again, I don't know if that's 100% like copyright free.
There is a caveat in there somewhere.
Isn't the post race / post quality show, whilst it's not free viewing, actually, well, you can watch it on YouTube. So
it is YouTube, I believe. Actually, they do also broadcast it on Sky F1, don't they? Well, saying
but obviously that's paid, so it's like
it's slightly different. I think.
Yeah, but they broadcast it on YouTube, then by all means go nuts.
The official F1 channel live streams it.
I've also seen though where Sky F1 have had the footage carry on, and they have also had another stream on YouTube, which is a separate stream. So they do two simultaneous ones.
Yeah.
So, but there is a caveat when it comes to copyright and all that sort of thing. You see a lot of the YouTubers can either restream some things or wash over some things. You see it with reactions and like Gogglebox stuff and all that sort of thing. But there are ways around.
That's a good way to explain it. It's basically like Gogglebox, but you don't see the TV. You just see us.
Hopefully not.
If you
sticking our fingers up our nose.
It's basically what we're doing now. You can't see the actual TV, but we talk over it and give our reactions and stuff.
We are a better version of Gogglebox.
Yeah. But speaking of reactions, we've actually do quite poorly sometimes. We don't actually pay attention to what's going on. We talk about F1 in general. They go, oh,
Yeah.
right, someone's been eliminated.
Because we haven't had a race in like a while. We just gotta let it all out. Like all the things we've been hearing about F1. We've got to like blurt it out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, who's stacked it in the wall? I missed that. What's
gonna-
going on with Sebi? Finn?
At some point, we're going to have to start doing dedicated streams outside of watch-alongs because we always have so much to talk about.
Yes.
But
Yep.
we can't do it within the confines of watching this, otherwise we will not watch this.
Yeah. we need a midweek waffle.
Yeah, the midweek F1 waffle.
A Wednesday waffle.
That'd be about right.
Yes.
Pedro says he thinks Seb's lap has been invalidated. Well, it says no time
looks
at the
like
moment,
it,
so
yeah.
yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, it's been valuable. To be fair, that probably did him more harm than good anyway.
Pedro said he's seen some people stream the old F1 races. Yeah, there is.
They're
It's
I
probably
think
like,
as long as it's not live,
well,
there's some sort of
it's licensing and whatnot, because some music content after 50 years becomes public domain. It depends what TV and film does. I mean, if it's public domain, I think you can knock yourself out, unless it is being written into law that such and such content is still protected under the owner and creator's rights.
yeah.
Because otherwise you'd constantly get hundreds of channels rebroadcasting old cartoons and old shows. It does happen, but these channels get taken down now. The copyright on YouTube in particular is a bitch. They get uppity every time we hear I'm Blue Abadida Badai.
Sorry.
At the end of the day, when it comes to YouTube, personally, I make absolutely nothing from it. I just enjoy it, and it is... There it goes off again. Good timing. Thank you, Julius. But for me, it's just being a part of the YouTube community as well, and at the moment, I'm obviously 90% on Twitch. And
Yeah,
that
but
allows
obviously you
people
catch
in.
some people that might not have Twitch but have YouTube. It's all about just catching people that have the similar interest to you.
Yeah, and currently it's a good way to keep all of my stuff alive past like the 28 days of Twitch or whatever it is, or 2 months.
Yeah, definitely as well.
Keeps it all on YouTube.
Question on, well, not question, discussion point on these AWS graphics. What is the point?
The graph that was in the middle down the bottom
Oh,
there.
hello.
It's a helicopter.
Is that
Wow.
not the helicopter? Or am I wrong? Anyway, I have, despite being post-watch, I keep it. I do not give a crap what the AWS graphics say. As long as the car is going quickly and remains within the track, I do not care.
What did the graphic actually say? Because I didn't actually pay attention to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I saw it, I just didn't register what it said.
It was the one that flashed up was corner analysis for turn 20, and Leclerc being fast on a max. I don't care.
Is that like the last corner? Like
think
one of
so.
the shortest corners on the track?
Yeah, I believe it's the final corner. Like I don't care what corner it is, as long as I'm going quick and keep it within the track. I don't care. I can see who's going quick with my own eyes and just looking at the timing screens. Anyway, rant over.
I don't think Leclerc's coming back out because he got out of the car and walked away.
No.
Well, he's got no need to, he's P1.
Tijuan.
Juan. I'm a little bit counter that. I like the data, but I'd like to be able to have it on an
It'll
app.
be relevant.
Yeah, I'd like to have it on an app. You go in and have a look at it. It doesn't necessarily need to come up on screen. So
That is F1,
Yeah.
but they make you pay for that.
that is true.
I was
They make
gonna
you
say-
subscribe for that.
And they also make it different in each country.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, because like
Money
Pedro
grabbing
can watch the onboards of every driver like at any time, and then we can't because we can't watch the I think F1 TV still.
Yeah.
in the UK or something.
Yeah, and you could argue 3 countries are the. I'm going to use this as air quotes, like the home of F1, like France, Britain, and Italy. It's genuinely where it's originated, and we can't watch it. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
France?
Oh, update on the copyright. Coolio says they're changing that on YouTube now. You have to make it over a certain percentage of, say, a song or video. Okay, that'd be good, because you'll see the I'm Blue clip is only, what, 8-10 seconds long?
I was gonna say, like, I always thought there was, if it was like a clip or a sound that was under 10 seconds, it's generally okay because it's like it's not enough
You're
for
not
like,
selling it, are you?
yeah, it's like it's not enough for people to think that you're using it in malice or something like anything like that. It's usually just like little clips and like little things like that.
Yeah, you're not monetizing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're not monetizing it. You're not getting anything out of it really.
No.
You're just using it for like a little brief moment.
If anything, it might make the song more, or whatever, more popular. So, free advertising.
True.
I'm surprised. I didn't realise that it would have been Britain, France, and Italy that were like the things for F1. I thought it would have been the States would have been in there somewhere.
Nah.
Because obviously,
Maybe
in
at the beginning.
1950, I was going to say 1950, the Indy 500.
Maybe at the beginning and 50s and 60s, but not over the 90s for sure. A big chunk of the it didn't have a Grand Prix for
Yeah, I
10
was going
years.
yeah, maybe at the beginning, but obviously in the middle it was us.
And as far as I'm
Italy.
concerned, it's a European formula, which is worldwide for the most
I don't
part.
say European because would France be too specific as being one of the homes of F1, considering we only go there once.
FIA is French.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
What about that?
And generally speaking, it originated in France. So, anywho, that's semantics at this point. Who's getting eliminated? Looks like
Oh, Vettel.
Norris is P9. Albon might get into Q3.
I was going to say Vettel's gone, Gasly's gone.
And as Pedro says, the Astons are looking pacey. Although Vettel has gone. Stroll's through at the moment.
Stroll's
Zhou and
fine.
Tsunoda.
Albon's out, but he's on a lap. What does Alonso do, Sam?
Alonso jumps up one.
Where's
Joe?
Ocon? Joe?
Oh,
Bye, Norris.
Alonso.
Bailando.
Albon's gone. Where's Yuki?
Was Ocon eliminated in Q1?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I missed that.
I didn't even. Yeah, I missed that too. I didn't think he was knocked out.
Well, he ain't there.
We must have been talking about like.
Oh, he was 18th. He was behind Ricciardo. Whoops.
Oh.
George Slow. Lewis.
35.7. Half a second behind Leclerc with an extra lap. Well, we know...
Leclerc with new engine, that though.
True, that is a fair point. We know after Brazil last year, a new engine does give you a few extra horses.
Where? Oh!
What?
Lando's through. Joe got an invalid.
Oh, man, Joe's out.
Yeah.
Norris back through. Woohoo!
That's unlucky.
Yeah, depends on how... Well, depends if he was like 1 state wide or 1 inch wide. And yeah, sorry, Pedro, I missed that one.
What happened to Yuki? Oh, hello, Alex.
From the side, that looks like Russell.
That's Gasly. What happened to Yuki?
I agree.
I was going to say, why did we not say him? Oh, that's wide. That's very bumpy.
Yeah, it looked quite uncontrollable, like going through that corner for Gasly.
Because they completely missed the apex, locked up.
As Craig likes to say, bit squirrely.
I like that term, actually. You're
Because
London
driving it
Gastelum.
wrong.
that car doesn't look nice. To be fair, they have struggled this season.
Yeah, I agree. Aww.
Shame about Albon, but that's a
Okay.
great effort from Albon, 11th.
Yeah.
And he'll
Yeah.
start in the top 10. He will start in the top 10.
Yes.
At least 10th with Leclerc, even if it's P1, won't be pole.
Yeah. Depends on what Perez does as well.
True. He's only got a 5-place penalty though, isn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah. You can tell by Gaz's team that is leaving for Alpine next year. 0 fudges given.
Yeah. Like you said, that they have looked like they've struggled all year with that
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, it hasn't looked as competitive as previous years at all.
No. But again, that's the same with a few of the teams this year.
Yeah, it's been a weird year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Very.
I don't know about you, but I'd be kind of happy to get rid of like these cars and make them better for next year. I can't wait to see what the teams actually decide to do with their cars to make them a little bit different and faster.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lived up to their promise of the racing is quite close, but then
On track, yeah.
they did promise it was supposed to be quite easy to overtake. We hardly see anyone overtake because once you're stuck in like a DRS train, that's you
Yeah.
stuck behind it for a lot of laps.
I think it's an inherent problem of aerodynamically driven cars. So they're going to have to figure out something. I still believe they need to give the driver a lot more choice on when the electrical power is deployed. So they can choose to attack a lot more viciously is the wrong word, but to what they desire to, rather than driven by the engine, driven by the computer. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that they'll be looking at, and hopefully they'll get the balance right in the future, because we can't rely on DRS and we can't rely on cars being closer and not overtaking. But I don't even think that's the biggest problem they've got at the moment. It's the fact that they can't race if it's wet. They really can't. Okay, we're about to see Zhou's disqualification from that.
Oh,
Need to see it from the other side.
Yes.
Need to see it from the other side.
that is quite close, isn't it?
It's harsh, but yeah, it's...
They need Hawkeye for, like, like they use in cricket for LBWs
Mm.
and tennis.
Tennis, yeah. I would have said VR, but if I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Looks like that corner is proving a bit hard for the cars.
Well, it's bumpy, and the wind is coming from behind them at that point, so they lose downforce. The big flag right above them is coming down that corner. Was that Danny?
Yeah, Danny had a little bit of...
Steering the wrong way into a right-hander going left.
Yeah. Very lucky.
Right, time we go into Q3. Who's getting P1? Not pole, but P1.
Max.
Ooh.
It probably is going to be Max, but I maybe want it to be Leclerc or Sainz actually.
For the race tomorrow, I want it to be Sainz. I do want a strong Mercedes pairing, either splitting the Red Bulls or ahead of them. But
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
likely
think
to
they're
happen.
pole ready
Yeah,
for this race, especially.
yeah. Pedro said, "You know, I can't wait for the 2026 rule set because they are looking at addressing some of these problems, and there's going to be a new power unit design with no MGU H. Simpler engines, much more electrical power. Could be interesting."
Yeah.
Oh, apparently my PlayStation controller keeps turning off and these guys lose all the audio. Damn that power saving.
We could just we can improvise over it. Meow.
Yeah,
Zoom.
he was up there in that tower that year.
Yeah.
I've seen that
Oh
clip.
yeah, it's hearing it.
Yeah.
Or the one where it's the is
Yeah,
it
where the
from
guy's by the ferry mic and he just goes, meow, meow.
yeah, is it the NASCAR meme where it's just all the cars just going meow.
Yeah.
Just for like 2 minutes straight.
Yeah. And when they've got Kimi Räikkönen in it, you can just hear him snoring going around the track.
Yeah. Don't forget his ice cream. I do have a question.
Go for it.
Do Red Bull become constructors champions tomorrow?
Possibly. Probably.
I don't think you can bet against it.
I think Red Bull have to outscore Ferrari by, is it 17 points?
It's not going to be too hard. It's only going to take one DNF. Did you see Norris going over the bumps and at the bottom of the car sparking through the...
Yeah.
Yeah. That car is bottoming out a bit.
Yeah. Max not with a purple first sector, so who does? Leclerc? I know he's just started his lap now. Who's purple? George?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Who's purple? Who was that woman in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh, God.
Violet.
I was going to say Violet.
Yeah.
I was going to get it out before you said it.
Good to know that I'm the uncultured one. Because I didn't have a clue. It's been ages since I've watched it.
Bottas is purple. Well, he's only one set at a time, but still.
Yeah, but I was going to say, who's got purple first sectors right now?
I'm betting Leclerc because they're not showing his time.
Oh, hello, Fernando. That's going to be absolutely decimated. Yeah, but it is Leclerc. Leclerc looking speedy.
The shame that he's got a 10th place penalty.
I know, it's always Ferrari though, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, we're really fast. And penalty.
Yeah.
We're very quick with an asterisk over it.
Yeah. I mean, that has been this year for Ferrari though. It's just been asterisks everywhere.
Yeah, we've been very quick. But
Sainz's car's been on fire. It's been that kind of thing, isn't it? We were going to win the race, but we broke down.
somebody's gone purple in the middle. Oh, it's Lewis. Hello.
Yeah. Sainz won at Silverstone, but we screwed over Leclerc.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should have won at Monaco, but Perez did. So it's that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. Hamilton's woken up.
He's had a not great
Oh.
final though.
He's there or thereabouts.
This is where they're all gonna dive in, aren't they, into the pits and just wait for like 2 minutes and then they go,
Because we're gonna have a lower for a
get
bit.
out.
Okay, so what does Russell do in comparison to Hamilton? Because it's at this point of the year that they're not trying to find time with the cars; they're just going for it, aren't they? We're going to see I think these last 4 races, we're going to see the true pace difference between Russell and Hamilton. Ooh, that's a long way behind.
Russell,
Sorry.
for the majority of the year, has been quite consistent.
I'm not surprised those girls have been zoomed in on.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah, Russell's been quite consistent, but I think Lewis would just pip him with the pace currently.
Have you guys ever watched the movie Kevin and Perry Go Large?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, there's a bit where they're walking around with the camera and you just hear Perry go, zoom, zoom, zoom. That's clearly what the cameraman just did.
Yeah.
Sorry, back to the F1 action.
Speaking of that one, I've just watched Alfa Romeo win Twitter.
Oh.
Win
So,
Twitter?
Yes.
What's they done?
The admin. Final Q2 times on 136.7, blah, blah, blah. This would place both him to Q3, but Joe's latest lap is deleted and he's pushed down to P14. They then replied 5 minutes ago to their own tweet saying that was a minor breach of the track limits regulations. Ouch! Ouch!
Ooh, that's pointed.
Ouch!
That's a political backhand. Yeah, they win Twitter with that one. Give them the WTF1 meme points right now. Oh, that's going to sting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I often think, what track would I like to go and see? And it's always Spa. I mean, yeah. Do you know what? I reckon this would be a cracking weekend around America at the C.O.T.A.
Yeah.
Was that the Southern Comfort I've just drank talking?
I mean, I'd love to go to Silverstone, but it's just too damn expensive.
It really is.
And like people are struggling to get them, and then the thing would boot them out, and then it'd be double the price. And the starting price was already quite ridiculous.
I'd love to go for a weekend at Silverstone. I just don't have money coming out of every orifice known to man.
Yep.
When I went to the British Grand Prix in 1996, I was, don't you two say it, because I know where this is going. Yeah. The tickets
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, well, the tickets then were £100. Then.
Yeah.
Now they're what, 3-4 times that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just for standard standing around ones.
Yeah, and do you know what? Kudos has raised a valid point. Me, who goes to Silverstone sixth form, and I've got exactly one thing to show you here. It's read between the lines. I showed him 3 fingers. Also, he could be our very best friend. Get us some tickets.
Yeah. Alpha Tower have been slapped with a €1,000 fine.
What for?
Yuki speeding in the pit lane by quite a bit. Usually it's just €100, but I should say, Yuki, it's an 8 km/h speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
Yuki did just over 90.
Close enough, isn't it? By Yuki speed.
Yes.
Yeah, they're so hot on that, but they're not hot on actually like deciding what happens when you breach the budget.
You're not wrong.
Yep.
Okay, so under 2 minutes ago, last run for all of the drivers out there. It's interesting to see so many. The Red Bulls seem to crawl round, don't they? All the
Yeah,
other
I feel
drivers sort of
like
get on with it.
I take back what I said about Max getting P1.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Sainz. It's gonna come out bite me because Max is gonna pull out his backside and stick on pole.
As he does tend to do.
Yes, but I'm gonna say Sainz anyway.
I looking at that top 10, seeing Stroll and Alonso in there, I did not expect to see Stroll there at all.
No,
No.
Bottas is a surprise.
Yeah, true. That just seemed like a weird order from well, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
I'd easily expect Alonso to be topping that with Norris there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Maybe Stroll and Bottas, but either way.
Alonso, Lando, and Bottas have had some stinkers.
Yeah, Alonso's currently 6 tenths behind Stroll. What happened there? You could argue that actually that's a cracking lap from Stroll, less than a second
It
away
is.
from Leclerc.
Yeah.
It's a cracking lap.
Except Stroll's not coming out again.
No, probably not. Happy me, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very rare I'm on at this time anymore.
Yeah.
Pedro says, quite controversially, Stroll has been impressive in his opinion. Being
He
fair.
has.
Yeah. I mean, he does this. He has a good qualifying and then he goes and cocks up the race.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Leclerc's leading at the moment.
This would be
Nearly
the
a
final
10th
lap
up-
for everyone.
He's nearly a 10th up on Max already.
but Max could still get pole if the others don't improve.
Ooh.
Ooh, Leclerc a bit wobbly. Bit squirrely.
Sainz just closing it back up again.
That corner there must have so many G's.
Max! Jesus Lord. Yep, there it is.
Here he comes.
4 tenths up. Oh my god.
Ooh, Leclerc sideways up the last corner.
Get a bit of a
Yeah.
wobble.
Quarter
Good
second ahead. Well, what's Max going to do?
Sainz? No.
Signs!
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Come on.
Max is
Hamilton and Max,
flying.
where are you two going to finish? Russell up to 5th.
Apparently Max is having a bad sector.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Max.
Cool.
Max had a
Right,
really bad
where's
start. He's
Hamilton?
Fuming.
Hamilton, where are you?
He didn't improve.
Hamilton. Max is fuming. It was so
I mean,
far
what does
up.
he get? He still gets third, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Third.
Hamilton, yeah, we'll get 3rd. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be an interesting race. It's going to be Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
With Russell in 4th. Okay.
I want to see what happened to Max in the final sector. It was 4 tenths up. He was about 2 tenths up on Leclerc and Sainz.
Well, it can't be traffic. He must have just dropped it in the big right hander or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, something similar happened to Leclerc, didn't it? Because he lost all that time
True.
in the third sector.
Because he lost so much time.
Oh, and people are evacuating the stands straight away.
Yeah. Yep. It's over, but.
I can see mostly orange McLaren fans and Verstappen fans just leaving.
Yeah.
That must be a bit sour. They're like, yeah, nope.
Is he enough? Bye.
So Stroll start 5th.
Excuse me. Oh God.
One,
Yeah, he might do.
2,
Yeah,
3,
he's
4. Yeah, fifth. He'll
Stroll
start
starting
fifth.
fifth in an Aston Martin. Is that a PB for Aston
I don't
Martin?
know. I'm not too sure. Might be
What now?
I was wondering.
PB for Aston Martin on starting positions.
P5.
Yeah.
Um, no.
I suppose last year they had the copy of the previous Mercedes from the Racing Point, didn't they?
As I say, is it a PB for this year?
Definitely
Because
for
I
this
think
year.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
I think. Excluding wet
Have they not-
weather.
Seb not had a P4.
I'm not sure. I don't know. That's what I think we were like. Is it? Is it not? I mean, you've already won it, Max. You don't need to win any more races.
Just let other people have a win, please.
Yeah, just make it a bit more exciting for the last few remaining races. And like, if at Abu Dhabi, if we do not get a Vettel, Ricardo, and another driver on the podium,
Vettel, Ricardo,
it's gonna be
Latifi,
sad.
podium.
Yeah, like, come on, you don't need to win it. You've won enough races.
But there'll be a catch. It'll be Vettel, Ricardo, Latifi going for the podium with 2 laps to go, and Hamilton to stuff it at the wall with 2 fingers out going, fuck off.
Yeah, payback.
Yeah.
That must be thinking they're like pulling up in second, but actually you're not going to be starting in second. It's like, what's the point of going through all the things?
Right, it's
Where
worth
does Perez start in the end then? Tomorrow.
add 5. Well, it's going to be
You've
add
got
5,
P3.
take 1, isn't it? Because he's going to be losing a place, gaining a place through Leclerc. So he only loses 4 places.
That
So-
would be P7, right?
7. Yeah.
Aston Martin's best previous quality result was 7th. Thank you, Pedro.
Is it?
How does he do this? I mean, I thought my brain was encyclopedic when it comes to F1. You take the P.
Because Pedro's like, hold my. I need a Portuguese drink.
Just say margarita and be done with it.
Hold my margarita, for God's sake.
And Danica always appears in the American leg.
Hold my sangria, that'll do.
Good call. We got Ziggy in the chat. Perez will start P9 and Stroll will start P5. How have you worked that one out?
9.
I thought you had a 5-place
Why
grid drop.
P9?
I was gonna say it's a 5, isn't it?
And he got. Oh, he got P4, didn't he?
Did we all think he got P2? No, Leclerc got P2. That's why we.
I think we all thought he got P3.
Well,
So yeah, 4.
well, he's also going to
It's
gain a
8 then.
position.
It's a P8.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, P8.
Yeah.
Not P7 that we originally thought.
Not P7.
I don't know why I thought he was
P9
in third.
today.
All right, Pedro. Drink your virgin sangria. Be done with it. You got P4. And for everyone who is here, we'll be going straight into the pre-GP in probably about 5 to 10 minutes after a very quick break. We will be doing a full-length race. We're doing a little bit of practice into qualifying and a full-length race here on F1 2022. Which I believe will be involving us 3
Yeah.
and Ziggy and Pedro.
And anyone else that wants to.
Yeah.
If they want to. But yeah, I was just thinking like that trying to work out the positions reminded me of, I can't remember which race, but we literally had to try and figure out the whole grid. That was.
Oh god, that was Monza.
Was it?
That was Monza. You got it more or less right
Yeah,
as
I was
well.
gonna say we didn't do too badly. It was just a couple of places. I think it was like 3 or 4.
It wasn't even
Not
that many.
muddled up.
It wasn't even that many. It was 3 at most. So you're pretty damn close. And what was bad about that is even the F1 officials didn't know.
Yeah.
apparently it got confirmed earlier on. Daniel will be a reserve, but not for Mercedes.
It's got to be
Sky
Ferrari Red
Sports
Bull then,
team,
isn't it?
Sky Sports team thinks it's Red Bull.
Obviously, he's got previous connections there, so in a way it makes sense. But then setting him up for 2024, Perez is still on the 2 years.
Well, clearly he'll be going back to AlphaTauri then.
I was going to say, like, what's
Driving
going to happen there? First year doesn't do too well and then cuts him? Don't know.
Ricardo goes back into driver development young program. Yes,
Yeah.
Pedro has shared a video of a gentleman explaining the rules on Discord. Thank you very much. Albert Fabrigata? No, I can't do that. Right, I think we should move on because we're going to have to get this race going, and I've been up since 5:30 a.m, so I want to get going.
Psychopath.
It's not by choice.
Everything's a choice.
Yeah,
Not a
running
choice.
into a wall is not is a choice, but
It is a choice. It is a choice.
it depends how much vodka you've had.
Still a choice, just a very stupid one.
Yeah, but after enough vodka, it doesn't seem like a stupid choice. That's the problem.
Yeah, but drinking was the stupid choice. So.
It's never a stupid choice. Plus, I don't drink.
Lie it.
Yes.
You saw nothing.
I've only got water.
I technically no, I didn't say anything, but I bloody heard it.
Being fair, I'm being. What are you having, 2 or 3?
Or 4.
I'm gonna chill.
Well, I've only got a little bottle of Smirnoff Southern Comfort, and it's only like a third left of it anyway, so I'm being good. After the week I've had, I freaking deserve a drink. I'm not looking at the bottle of Smirnoff behind it. This was the point.
Just read something that's completely unrelated, and wow, I'll tell you once stream ends.
Kulios, if you're loaded with caffeine, come and join us in F1 2022. Come and join us.
Yeah,
Right.
we need someone to keep us all awake.
Exactly. Right, any final thoughts on qualifying?
Tomorrow.
Does that bring on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking
Alright.
forward to tomorrow.
Thank you to Katie Fairman from WTF1 there. That's what she says every time.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a bit of a weird qualifying, wasn't it? It was just nothing really like that surprising happened.
The fact that
Obviously,
we
we were a
kind
bit
of knew,
disappointed on a few drivers, but apart from that, it was just kind of normal.
the fact that we knew plans were coming did kind of damn it, but it didn't really matter anyway because none of them got pole. So
Ziggy's final thought was Haas sucks.
I respect the Steiner ship immediately.
Oh, he's brilliant. And seeing Max wears shorts is actually quite disturbing. Anywho, moving on.
Not as disturbing as other things I've seen today. Anyway,
Or on Jackbox.
it's even worse than everything you can throw at me a chat box.
Right, and on that note, let's...
Yes.
I'm actually,
Moving on.
yes, I'm going to actually end the stream. It's going to take me 5 minutes to get ready. And you don't see the loading screen for that long. So I will release you two. Say thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Stephen.
No.
thank you for having me.
Always. We'll be back 5 to 10 minutes. So see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.